Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It's Dave on Ruffin-El. Now I'm back again with another Wealth Wednesday. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I've been tagging you guys in these live streams. However, for some reason, all my tags get deleted. So if you see this, share it to make sure that it get out to everybody. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, and I appreciate you guys sharing the information when we put it out every Monday, every Wednesday. We really do appreciate you guys. With that being said, I'd like to jump right into the topic. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal day, as always, but I'd like to jump right into the topic. But before I do, I like to greet you guys in peace, as I customarily do. I would like to say peace. I'd like to say Ashe, Grand Rising, Hotep, Namaste, Islam, Assalamu Alaikum, Shalom, or any greeting of peace that you identify with. I would like to extend that to you at this time as I practice the 5 principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And we know that the universe is pleased with what we're doing because we are having absolute success, okay? And we're helping others to do the same. With that being said, I'd like to jump right into the topic. Like, what is wealth, right? What is being wealthy, right? I just want to share a couple of things, that I was thinking about, because everybody is on this generational wealth kick, or the generational wealth journey, and that's sort of been the topic over the past few years, or the trend over the past few years, trying to create this generational wealth. But we need to know what wealth is, and I just want to share a couple of points to that fact of understanding what wealth is. Okay, so number one, being wealthy has very little to do with money, ladies and gentlemen. Being wealthy has very little to do with money. In fact, wealthy people oftentimes have no money, right? Wealthy people oftentimes have no money. But before we get to that point, one thing that being wealthy does mean is having a certain mindset, right? You'll notice across the board, all wealthy people have a certain mindset. They all have a certain mindset. When you look at it, those people think differently than the rest of the people who you're around. So you definitely have to have a never give up, no quit, and an absolute different mindset, to the point where people will say that your ideas make no sense and they are crazy. If people are saying that about you, then you're on your way to wealth, right? You're on your way to wealth. The second thing that they have is information, or they're able to, they have the ability to recognize opportunity from the information that they have, right? From the information that they have the ability to recognize opportunity right away. They don't wait, right? They don't wait and see if everybody else is going to do it. In fact, they're the opposite. They want to do things that everybody else is not doing, right? If that makes sense. Because if everybody's doing it, then that thing is not something that will indeed make you put you on the way to wealth. You're just following a trend, and wealth is not a trend, right? People who are wealthy are not following the trends that the general public is following. So they know how to recognize opportunity based on the information, and not based on the hype, not based on what's trending, right? And they understand how to put that information to use, right? So they have the different mindset, and they can recognize when an opportunity is in front of them. Then you have to get yourself, or start creating income producing assets. Wealthy people have assets that produce income for them, but they oftentimes have no money, right? They oftentimes have no money. They have income producing assets, and oftentimes they have no money, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to start acquiring some assets. Now, I understand this because people, a lot of people don't understand what assets are, and you should probably learn the difference between an asset and a liability, because a lot of times people think that buying a house to live in is an asset. Well, yeah, a lot of times it's not. So we need to clearly differentiate what's an asset and what's a liability. But wealthy people have assets that produce income for them. However, they oftentimes across the board have no money. All right, they have no money. Right? Weird, but we can explain that later. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, wealthy people are always around other wealthy people. I want to say that again for you. Wealthy people are always around other wealthy people because they understand the mastermind concept. Okay, the mastermind concept is a simple concept, and this is why teams often thrive in team sports, because it's not based on the ability of the one person, it's the ability of the collective. So they surround themselves with other people like themselves, and they become one mind, right? They all become one mind. All of the billionaires are friends. All of the billionaires are friends in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They're connected in some way, right? Because they don't hang around people who don't have the same ideologies and philosophies as them when it comes to business, finance, and money, right? So get yourself around people who are aspiring to be wealthy, or if you have the privilege to be around some wealthy people, just get around those type of people and soak up whatever you can, so you can become a part of the mastermind effect, right? So you can become a part of the mastermind effect. So those, like I said, wealth has very little to do with money. Oftentimes, in fact, wealthy people tend to have more debt than anyone. You know, they tend to have more debt than anyone because they don't have any money. They don't have any money. They just have assets that are worth money. The majority of them do. They have assets that are worth money. And just understand that there's a huge difference between being rich and being wealthy, okay? You might get rich on the way to wealth, right? Because we can't forget that step, you know, because you have to have capital to work with, right? But oftentimes people who are super wealthy, they have no money. In fact, they have tons and tons of debt. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I dropped something on y'all that's useful, right? That has some value. If you're looking for an opportunity to start building some income-producing assets, okay, we'll be on the Zoom platform this evening at 8 p.m. sharing some information about an opportunity that can produce income for you. It's not something that we're newly jumping into. The things that I share here are things that we're actively involved in, and they are working. Been involved in this one opportunity for quite some time now, and it's working. It's working. It's not just me. It's a whole lot of us, right? So with that being said, if you want to do something different, remember I said doing something that everybody's not doing is the way to wealth. So if you want to see something different, if you want to make a change, if you're looking for opportunity, if you need to make some extra money, or you simply want to make some extra money without getting an extra job, tune in this evening via the Zoom platform. I'm going to place the link in the description. That way you guys can all tune in and just let them know in the comments. Let us know in the comments that you got the link from the Wealth Wednesday webinar, okay? I mean from the Wealth Wednesday live stream, okay? And then you can join the Wealth Wednesday webinar. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am Ruffin-El, and as always, that I can leave you, ladies and gentlemen, as I came, in peace. And just remember that peace is together, never apart. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys continue to have a wonderful day.